Welcome everyone to Saturday Night Hype! We've got ourselves a rematch, Prince of Persia versus Sephiroth. I am the colonist. We are marching, slowly but surely, to Oblivion, December 30th and 31st. 2 days, 4 matches each day. It is an extravaganza to wrap up CIW's biggest year ever. And this man, a CIW original, laughs in the face of danger, although he has had something of a roller coaster year. When it comes to the feuds he's gotten in, he's won some matches, he's lost some matches, had a feud with Smoke, had a good run in King of the Spring. Of course, the Joker and he had a match at Arkham Asylum where he ended up on the losing end of that. And Prince of Persia is really sick of losing and challenged Sephiroth at Hallowrestling, a match that Sephiroth won, and Prince of Persia was not satisfied with that, says, I want another shot. And Sephiroth, who is the man who is perpetually the man with a chip on his shoulder, he's got one wing and the chip on the other wing, and that's the way that he rolls, and that's been an unfortunate circumstance for this man, who is paying an absurd amount of money for that sword right there that causes the crowd to flee. I guess it's a Daedric sword of fear, because it just causes the audience to run away. And it really wouldn't surprise me if the Prince of Persia was a gigantic Skyrim fan, which is why he had it. Maybe he's really good at enchanting. We don't know. Maybe that's why Abizzle's charging so much for the sword. But that is not for me to decide here or there. But we're going to come at you with Oblivion and, of course, a pre-show the week before on the 23rd. With a 3-match card on that show. And we also have one more Saturday Night Hype, a triple threat hardcore tag team match next week. Really fun matchup between the Greasy Green Gigolos, Tenacious E, and Rain and Ermac. And that is going to be a just mayhem across the board as the Prince of Persia looking for a win here. And that's the best way to do it. Get into the win column. He needs to do it here against this man who needs this win just as much as the Prince of Persia does. As both men have been really kind of on the cusp of the Exceeds Championship sphere. Of course, Sephiroth had a couple opportunities to capitalize and to claim that championship for his own, and of course, unsuccessful in those efforts. But that has not stopped Sephiroth from trying to make the best of it here. The last time we saw Sephiroth, I believe, was the pre-show. Well, of course, the victory at Hallowrestling, but prior to that, the pre-show of Arkham Asylum, where he came up just a little bit short against Ken Masters. But Sephiroth, he's been so close to tasting CIW gold here in this company, and I know that that is one of his major goals, and anything he's willing to do to get back to that point, he's going to do. So when the Prince of Persia said, I want to fight you again, it was no hesitation by this man. It's going to be quite the contest here between these two individuals. The speed advantage going to Prince of Persia, but the strength and the, I would say, I don't want to say ring smarts, but definitely a little bit more in the psychology game goes to Sephiroth. But it is anybody's matchup at any given time. Referee John Goodman assigned to this contest as Will Sasso continues to recover. And here we go. And collar and elbow tie up to start the contest. Nice reversal there from Sephiroth. And now, oh, a big gut buster. Big gut, and that's a smart move to eliminate the core strength from Prince of Persia to take away that sands of time. If you can't do that backflip, you can't do that if your core strength is compromised. And meanwhile, there's the Aerith Killer, the same name of a move for 2 different forms, both the facebuster style and the submission style that we've seen Sephiroth take opponents out with. And the notorious hair flip spends an unbelievable amount on shampoos from all sorts of different places. I mean, he goes to Manscaped, he goes to Dr. Squatch. He buys literally all of them. He goes to Walmart and just clears the shelves of hair gels and dyes. And there's hair flip. He just has a little bit more in there. You know, if this were baseball, he'd be fine for having the sticky stuff on his gloves, but not today. Oh, and a right hand. And now he's got maybe the epidermis and the teeth of Prince of Persia on that same hand. But Prince of Persia knows how to take a punch. He has not survived in CIW this long without knowing how to do so. And now a reversal there from Sephiroth, as both of these guys know that a win always brings you a little bit further to your goals, a little bit further up the card. But all it takes is a win on a big stage in this. Oh, wait a second. Here's the Aerith Killer. A big Aerith Killer's planting him down as the Prince of Persia goes down. And just like that, this match could be over. And dragging him into the center of the ring. Is Sephiroth going to put him away here? And looks like he's going to continue working on the legs again, eliminating any sort of ambulatory moves from the Prince of Persia to secure that Sands of Time that we have seen put a number of people away. Nice drop kick there from Sephiroth. Of course, Oblivion just a few weeks away. We've got the Shades of Black versus Team Nintendo, which is Mario, Wario, and Waluigi. And that is going to be a hell of a matchup. Of course, Batman and Penguin. Oh, what a kick! What a kick from Prince of Persia, trying to gain a little momentum now. Penguin and Batman versus Chrono Cross for the tag titles. Of course, Abizzle and Corleone are going up against the Joker and the Flash. Going to be a huge match. The newly reconstituted, rehabilitated Mr. Clean taking on Captain Pollution, the man who kept him dirty after being released from Satan's control a year ago. And it's all coming at you on the 30th and 31st. Stay tuned, folks. And something happening every Saturday leading up to there. We are not going to leave you high and dry here as you hang up the decorations for whatever holiday you're celebrating. But all we're celebrating right now is quality CIW action as these two continue to go at it in the name of advancing themselves. And what an intimidating hair flip. He looked right in the eyes of Prince of Persia when he flipped that hair. He's like, do you know the hair you're dealing with? Flip. And trust me, I don't want to touch it. It literally does not move. If you go to touch it, like, it does not wave or anything like that. It just stays rigidly in place. It's quite a phenomenon. He almost uses it as a weapon. And he could. Oh, and a thumb to the eye from Prince of Persia. Little, unorthodoxically dirty. And oh, what a heel kick in response. Sephiroth did not appreciate that aggressive hair flip. As referee John Goodman just trying to keep order here in these combatants go and duke it out. And now a nice arm wrench. And Abizzle, of course, will join us for the pre-show match. Matches, I should say, on the 23rd. Then Josh Ageddon on day 2. And Abizzle will also be handling day 1 as far as the commentary is concerned. And a nice takedown there from Sephiroth. And every time Prince of Persia is trying to get more momentum going, Sephiroth has been there to find the adequate counter. And now slowing the pace down, which is not something I thought would benefit Sephiroth, but that's kind of what I meant when I was talking about the cerebral nature that Sephiroth brings to the table. You know, he's always trying to think a step ahead, but doesn't always end up working in his favor. But that's what makes him so endearing, is that he's always trying to be calculated. What a bulldog! And he has had a good, successful counter for Prince of Persia's offense here as it's continued to move along. But Prince of Persia, he's not a quitter either. You know, he's not going, oh, and now into the corner. Gonna rain down some knuckle sandwiches as Prince of Persia. Gonna get a couple at least. There's 2. 3, of course, you can hit up to 10. There's 4. And just straight right hands and only 4 before Sephiroth stopped the damage. Raining down the flurry and an aggressive hair flip again from Sephiroth, almost checking on it. And now right out of the corner in a hip toss. And that's what I mean about the counters. And oh, now a counter from Prince of Persia, who countered that spinning heel kick. And now going into the other corner, trying to get some more right fists into the head of Sephiroth. And he's raining him down again. And now a couple more, and Sephiroth stops the momentum one more time. Here on Saturday Night Hype, as we get set on our way to Oblivion. And then, of course, come January into February, oh, nice clothesline bulldog combination. The 10-year CIW anniversary week-long WrestleBration extravaganza. It is a week's worth of shows, and the Aerith Killer again, this time from Sephiroth down the Prince of Persia a second time. The cover here, 1, 2, and it's over. And Sephiroth pins Prince of Persia a second time, but not without one more aggressive hair flip to send the message. And while Abizzle would say that sometimes you have to kick him in the nuts, there are other means, as Sephiroth shows. And I'll tell you something, man, he is building some momentum on his side. What does that mean for the one-winged angel himself, Sephiroth? What does it mean for Prince of Persia? How does he recover heading into the new year? But we have got more matches to come. week after week. Thank you all for coming to Saturday Night Hype. Your winner is Sephiroth, and we'll see you next week, folks. Take care, everybody.